Hello and welcome to episode 188, I think, back in the weekly recap. And believe it or not, I'm here, she's there. We're not anywhere, but we did have to mix it up on the schedule. How are you doing today, Maddie?
Hello, Rick. Hello, community. I'm doing great. Yes, after some days off, so catching up with so much today. Because tomorrow, guess what? I'm gonna fly to Milano for our Veeam Unplugged and VUG Italy as well. So looking forward to that. So a little bit of work, a little bit of packing, but all great. We are here and we are ready to discuss some amazing content from our community.
Yeah, in fact, last week, I apologize, everyone. No video. I was just running hot. I got caught up because I was gone for the whole month of September and I had to really kind of dig out of that. But I got caught up. I left Thursday and Friday. Left the day at inbox zero. Yes, you can hate on me for that. I do challenge myself to get fully caught up. I sleep a lot better, by the way, at inbox zero. So got all caught up. But Maddie, well deserved on the R and R. But we're like 2 weeks away from something really crazy here in a second. But we'll talk about that in a bit. But you're right. I kind of broke the rule last week. We don't have a limit on special department, but if we did, we would break that rule today. It's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff. So I'm ready to jump in. How about you?
definitely ready.
All right, let's jump in. First up is Sean Simpson with a very good question of, have you tried scan backup with Veeam? Now, this one, Maddie, I picked, but did you get a chance to skim through it?
Yes, I love it actually. Very thorough. Thank you, Shan, for it. So, discussing the scan backup feature that was introduced in Veeam Backup and Replication V12.1, and
Mhm.
very important functionality that enhances data security by allowing administrators to identify clean restore points after a malware attack. So, that's really important. And also it helps in disaster recovery planning, incident response by ensuring that your backups are secure and recoverable. So that's pretty um, already pretty good. And he's talking about how is this working, saying that the scan backup process utilizes a rule-based detection approach similar to antivirus software, and goes over how the scan backup session for malware detection operates. He also covers some the supported backups, the image level backups and physical machine backups, and then also mentions the unsupported backups, as you can see it there. So I'm not going to go again over that. So it's the Linux VM image and two others. So pretty good.
Yeah, this is fantastic, Sean. Thank you so much for sharing this. One thing I'll highlight that is really attractive with this is a great way to use in conjunction with something else. The Sure Backup random job is a good one. Um, and for anything, friends, one really good thing, and this is coming right out of support, is this puts your backup storage into the frequent read mode. So many times backup storage is just writing in, but reading out is actually important too, especially if something doesn't work, then you know before you need to do a recovery. So good stuff. Thank you, Sean. Hope to be calling your name again and seeing you around the Veeam stuff. All right. Next up, Sir Christian with I Am Soul, or also known as I Am Soul, talking about some really deep Active Directory. And we had to look this up before the call. Resetting the KBRTGT Kerberos ticket gateway. Oh, it's something I can't. It's
Oh,
very.
you did not remember it,
I didn't
Rick.
remember
I
it.
told you it's difficult. It's not that self-intuitive, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm not going to go embarrass myself and Google search it again, but I did just a second ago. But it's basically a low-level Kerberos password reset, and typical Christian stuff here. But anything that caught your eye on this one, Maddie?
Yeah, so basically the KRBTGT account plays a crucial role in Microsoft's implementation of Kerberos, and that is, the default authentication protocol for Windows. And between this article and if you're going to see there are a few other articles shared. So between this article that he's sharing at the hub and few others articles, we have the links there. Chris is trying to give us a deep understanding of how the KR-BTGT account functions and how that could significantly impact the security and compliance of a network. One important thing to be noted is that the KR-BTGT, even this one is not that easy to pronounce, may appear, disabled via the Active Directory user and computer console. When viewing the KR-BTGT via the ADCU, the account appears disabled in Active Directory, but it's actually not. And it appears offline because it operates under special security permissions and restrictions that prevent its normal use. So I think that's something that we have to take in from this article. And he's also sharing a script on how to perform your KBR-TGT reset. If you want to know more, definitely I went over those 3 articles, really good articles, and he goes like thorough over all the information. So here he's just giving us like an overview of what the other 3 articles are going to contain. So really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, and this is a type of thing, Christian, I'm sure that the readers and watchers would agree that if you're going to do something like this, you want to like read about it, you want to test it, and then you want to do it, right? So I highly recommend reading something like this, testing it in a Sure Backup Data Lab, and then you go confidently into doing it. All right, I re-Googled it. It's Kerberos, which is KBR, Ticket Granting Ticket, TGT. Whew. It's part of their authentication framework for Kerberos. Really, really tricky stuff. This is a part of Active Directory we don't go to very often. So
I should ask you next time.
I'll forget.
Recap.
I'll forget. Next time we call Christian's name, it might be weeks later.
Yeah.
I'll be, oh no. Anyways, thank you, Christian. Fantastic stuff. All right, and I thought we were done with databases last week, but Maddie picked this one. What caught your eye here on LinkState's post?
Oh my God, this is a good guide again from Links. He put like a few months ago. He put a guide, a good guide as well, a very comprehensive. As I said, he's not necessarily into sharing very often, but when he's sharing, oh my God. So yeah, earlier this month, we actually discussed, if you remember, Luis's article on installing and using the Veeam plugin for SQL Server. And Luca shares the link to that article with us as well in this comprehensive guide. And today we are discussing on Luca's article, how to install, configure, and restore an MS SQL database in always-on mode. And really compelling, as I said, guide, a great demo on how to, and a lot of links to more information. Many of those links are to our help center, and I think that's great. I like it how he's structuring it. He's just doing some demo and then he's sharing the links to the help center, and it's just like, hey, if you want to know more, if you want to go more into detail, just go here. You're going to find all the necessary information. So I love that about it. But yeah, basically, if you are into knowing everything on this subject, this is the post to go to, and I think this is fantastic job from Luca. Keep on doing that.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is end to end, and I can tell you, having played with the SQL plugin, one of the things that I think is important that we cover is honestly just getting it deployed, and right here early on, pulling it out of the ISO, right? Going into this path here. It's like this, yeah, it's in the documents, but you gotta like see it sometimes to know how it works. So I really like how those elements are pulled out. And let's just go to the bottom here, just because it takes so much good content to go through. And then we're ending up in SQL Server Management Studio, right? So we're seeing the database stuff in action, man, and even a good job of blurring out any sensitive information here. So that's also fantastic. And
It's, you know what is I love about this, because if you think about all the information is out there on the internet, but then he's doing such a great job of centralizing everything and just put it in order. And that's really great, because I believe it's not that easy, to just put together all those links, all those print screens, and just go in a in a such a way that somebody would be easy to follow. So I appreciate that, Luca.
Yeah, this is a handheld bit here. So thank you again, Luca. This is fantastic. Keep up the good work, and hopefully we will see you in 2 weeks. I think he's coming. I think. Oh,
He's not.
he's not. Oh no. Snap, snap. All right, no, that's okay. We'll forgive you this time. All right, but yeah, he's got all the badges, so chances are good that I'm like, oh yeah. Anyways, thank you, Link State, aka Luca. All right, that's our featured content. Now we're going to the Vanguard blog spotlight, and we're picking another rockin' Italian with some good information here. And this is Paolo Valsecchi. I've always loved his name. The best name ever. No lab, no party. Love it. Anyways, you caught this one. What are we talking about here?
So as you said, he's one of our Italians, Vanguard. We are on the VBS section now, and this actually article is in Italian, right? Because he's writing in Italian, but we want to be inclusive. We are in a community.
I just used the little finger right here. It just changes it. Look at that.
I know, but I wanted to mention it, so people know that even if you're writing in a different language, we are not going to exclude you. We are going to, if you write and the content is good to be shared, then we are going to select it anyway. So just wanted to mention that. So we are talking about Proxmox and Ceph storage clustering here. And if you didn't know, what Ceph is a built-in feature of Proxmox and is completely free, which is fantastic. But what is Ceph? Is a clustered and distributed storage manager, and offers several storage interfaces like CephFS, the file system, RBD, block devices, and Rados and object store. And the Ceph storage cluster is the foundation for all Ceph deployments and is based upon Rados. So in this article, Paolo is showing us how to first create a Ceph storage cluster. Of course, you need to install Ceph on all nodes in your Proxmox cluster. Very important. Of course, verify that all nodes have the latest update installed. Then go in and install the Ceph service, and then test. That's a very important step as well, the Ceph storage cluster. And of course, he's taking us through a good demo in here. But if you want, I believe this is not the full article. He might have shared it on maybe it's a media or something. If you go at the end, you're going to see he's like, read the full article. There you go. Yes. So I guess he's sharing the full article, Starwind. I'm not sure what Starwind is, but...
Oh, I know what Starwind is.
What's that?
Hyperconverged provider, software-defined storage.
Okay, so probably he has like a collaboration with that. So if you want to read the full article, just go in there, and you're going to see all the steps. But yeah, all in all, great article. What do you think?
So I have a lot of opinions. For one, I'm really concerned. Why did my translation stop at the last sentence? Did you notice that? Like,
I did.
Stop right there. Huh, I don't know.
L'articolo completo.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. I'm fine with. It's pretty good for built into the browser, but I want to really talk a little bit about Proxmox. So for one, Maddie and I were just talking, and then in the product team calls, the interest here is really high. Now, I know it's only a few months in market from Veeam, but it's reasonable to expect you're going to see this really kind of activate and become a popular hypervisor. I played with it in the lab. Really easy to do. We have so many really good pieces of content. In fact, I think that one from Max on the Community Hub is one of our most popular of 24, I think, of this year. So, and then Ceph as a storage cluster, I'm going to go somewhere sideways here for a bit. I'm pretty sure that Veeam ready object immutable, I'm pretty sure also Ceph is supported for that. So if we go look and see attribute immutability spelled correctly, and then search with Ceph, yeah, we can run. That doesn't. That's not what I was looking for. But I believe we can. I believe Ceph is even verified for its object storage. Maybe not. I might be drawing a blank here, but I know that it. I know that it works, but I don't know if it's been actually verified. But it's really popular when we look at.
Maybe it is, Rick, because I was actually reading on the R&D forums. I was reading a post on Veeam and Ceph, and that was 2022.
Yeah, it's definitely out there, but I just don't remember if it's been qualified as Veeam ready. That's the thing. Here's the other thing. Let me take away the and why this is important, why I'm going like totally off script here on the recap, is because I want to really get people aware of this page, the Veeam Alliance technical programs. Let me just do a search without filtering. So let me just see, what is OS Nexus qualified here for? Because if it searched on Ceph, then it's best practice Ceph designer. Let me see what we're doing here. So it's like there's these. Okay, so OS Nexus must use Ceph is what's going on there. I don't know all of these different offerings here, but let's check also Soft Iron Hyperdrive. Okay, so this one is using Ceph as well. So what I want to highlight to everyone is when you search for these things like Ceph or whatever, there's this very interesting world of verified. So the Veeam ready is a qualification that's given to these providers of what is qualified for immutability, for object storage, for tape, and all of that. And then when I looked for those two that were Ceph, they were qualified as such. So I just want everyone to know that's super powerful and effective. And when you're designing what to build next, definitely check that out, because you'll see a lot of times solutions will build on other solutions, okay? And you'll see Ceph mentioned, like we found there 2 different times. And then there's also it works versus it's qualified. There's 2 different things, and any of you who've been in IT long enough know how that goes, which is a very good reminder for the 3-2-1. But anyways, good stuff. Thank you, Paolo. And like I said, we're seeing a lot of very, very solid interest here on Proxmox. Good stuff. Okay, and now it's time for special department.
Okay, and we have a lot.
Oh, yes, we do. And more Italian and more translated here. We're recording on a Monday, crazy schedule. So this one is coming up. By the time the recap goes, this will have already happened, but this one's looking pretty good. Oh, Spanish, right? Spanish, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have our VUG Spain. That's going to happen this week. As you said, we are actually recording on a Monday because I'm going to travel. You're going to be a few days off. So this is going to be out. This recording is going to be out on Friday. So this event is going to be past already, but it's going to still be available on our YouTube playlist. So if you missed it, you can just go and watch it. Yes, we have a lot of people that register. So this is happening October 16th. Today is the 14th. So no really need to mention the times because that's not relevant, but it's going to be, as you see in the title, Veeam and S3 immutable from object first. So that's going to be a cool event. We have Luis, our VUG leader, and we have also Miguel from Object First. So it's going to be super interesting.
Yeah, indeed. And I love how we have Jeff creeping in on there, but he doesn't want to miss a beat, so I love it. So Jeff will be there.
I think he understands a bit of Spanish.
That's process. Yeah, he's actually fluent in a few functional. Let's just go with that in a few languages. So, and his cat is named Carlos. So how about that?
There you go.
So how do I know that? Anyways, thank you, Luis and Miguel. Look forward to promoting the replay as well. And thank you for doing that. All right. Now this one's Italian. Translated again. And you're heading off to this one as well. It'll be Wednesday this week.
Yes, this is going to be Wednesday. I'm going to be there. As I said, I'm flying tomorrow. There's going to be a Veeam Unplugged the first part of the day. And the second part of the day, we're going to have a Veeam user group. We're going to be there with our Veeam team and the VUG Italy leaders that are going to present. I'm not really sure exactly what they're going to talk about. I just know that they invited me to speak to open together with them. So that I know. The rest I'm not really aware of. So we'll see. But
Maddie, don't worry. Some of my best work is when I have no clue what I signed up and said yes to do. So I think you'll be fine. You've been in the team long enough. You're versatile. You can do it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great.
Cool. All right. Next up, two Belgian experts talking about some old school but still relevant stuff. Veeam replication, talking about that. Love this because I feel like, some of these primitives, which are still super valuable, get lost. And Christoph, Nico, thank you for scheming up this. This will be, it looks like an online event as well. Pretty solid registration there too.
Yeah, that's going to be on the 17th. So again, this week, you're going to have to, if you are not going to catch it live, you're going to have to replay it on YouTube. No worries, it's going to be there soon enough. So you're going to have all access in the world.
Oh, yeah. I love that community events playlist. It's really great kind of roll through of really good things. All right. Next up is, I think Shane has a hand in this one, talking about a Kansas City user group meetup. Really, and it's over in Overland Park in Kansas, over on the other side of the region there. That's one of those cities that's kind of cut between two states. Cool. I think this might be a first in Kansas City.
I don't think it's going to be a first. Didn't he have one last year?
Shane, let us know. Is this the first?
Yeah, I think there was one in person last year as well. So, or the beginning of this year. Maybe
that sounds right, especially because looking at the text, it says welcome to our fall, as if it doesn't say our first, it says welcome to our fall.
Yeah, so definitely he had one. I believe it was beginning of the year, Q1 or Q2.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to see pictures, to see posts, Shane, so you know what you have to do. And this is going to be next week, basically, October 22nd, Tuesday. You still have some time to register if you are in the area. Shane is a super knowledgeable guy, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some Veeam systems engineers, solutions architects invited. So it's going to be, as always, a good event.
So here's a suggestion, friends. If you're ever going to these user groups, same things with like the one in Italy, or if you go to a Veeam on tour, I like to do, what do I do it here? I call it
live tweeting. I think that's the one.
Well, no, it was like I did something at the Boston user group where I wrote a little. There it is, meeting tweeting. I just made a thing called meeting tweeting. Okay, so it's like here's when we started, and then I just kind of rolled through everything that happened with some questions, with some tips that we do. And then, here's the deal. If you're ever attending these, you can just kind of roll through live report these types of things and share the links, share a picture, share parts of whatever that came up. And you might even earn a badge when you do that.
Yeah.
So anyways, if you're attending one of these, you can always take and share your notes. It's a little tip.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last up, another USA user group event, Seattle. Now this one, kind of fancy. So this will be at our Veeam Center in Kirkland, Washington. This is a quite nice place. I believe Shane will be there Friday the 25th. Good stuff.
Yeah, this is actually Zane, one of our VUG USA leaders in the West. part of the US. So this is going to happen Friday. Yeah, because it was showing Saturday for me. I got a bit confused with it, but
Oh,
yeah, that makes more sense.
yeah.
Friday, 5 p.m. to 8
That'll be
p.m.
1 to 4 local is what that'll be.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's gonna be, as you said, at the headquarters. That's gonna be fancy. So definitely, Zane, share some info with us. We are
Yeah.
really looking forward to hear more on this and how it went.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of great special department news, a lot of great events that our leaders put together. So very happy to see that. And yeah, we'll see next week what's coming new.
I don't even. Oh, next week. Oh, I'm out next week, but I will be able to do it on the road. I think because it'll be on West Coast time. I can our normal time. We may even be a normal record. Who knows? But there's a chance. And then week after we have the Veeam 100 Summit. We'll either A, skip it, or B, do something special and different. Sound good?
Yes, it sounds good. I like the special
Yes.
more than
Yeah.
nothing. You know
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, but we should, at a minimum, just pull a phone or the mobile camera around and put together something. We should be able to do that.
Yeah.
All right, Maddie, thank you so much for rocking the recap with me, and welcome back to the crazy.
Thank you, Rick. Pleasure as always.
All right, everyone, have a great week, and be sure to get out and support those either online or those in-person community events. Those are real special stuff, right? They don't have oversight of marketing. It's the technology focused people doing their thing. So those are good things. All right, everyone, have a great week, and we will see you next time.